Your questions, our answers. Welcome to another episode of Hogwash. I created this series to answer viewer questions and provide additional insights into our integrated wild pig control approach. My goal is to answer each question in 3 minutes or less. So, let's get started.
Dog Farm 02 asks, hunting plays a crucial role in wildlife population control, especially for invasive species like feral hogs. Without regulated hunting, these animals can cause severe damage to agriculture, ecosystems, and even public safety. Ethical and sustainable hunting methods ensure a balance between conservation and management. What do you think is the most effective way to control overpopulated species? Great question, as this topic is often controversial. The answer comes down to understanding the difference between managing a native game animal and controlling a non-native invasive population. The distinction between these two species requires a severe modification in method, strategy, and mindset for both seasonal hunters and full-time hog control operators. You see, in the United States, legal game populations, such as deer, turkey, and quail, are effectively managed by hunters during a specific annual hunting season with a daily or annual bag limit. But feral pigs are not game animals, because the species is not native to North America. They are considered an invasive non-game species in most states with no closed hunting season and no bag limit. This means hunters may harvest an unlimited number of feral pigs 365 days per year, but are either unwilling or incapable of accomplishing whole sounder success. Annual statistics confirm traditional hunting fails to effectively reduce wild pig populations because hunters are trying to be ethical using fair chase and sustainable hunting methods. This approach does not work because feral pigs reach sexual maturity at 6 to 8 months old, are the fourth most intelligent animal on the planet, have an extraordinary reproduction rate along with high piglet survivability, giving them the capacity to recover quickly from inferior control efforts which do not target all age classes at the same time. As conservationists, hunters are taught it is unethical to harvest juveniles, such as deer fawns, elk calves, bear cubs, and baby piglets. Traditional hunting methods used to manage game animals, producing only 1 or 2 offspring per year, will not control an invasive species producing 12 to 20 piglets annually. Also, hunters confuse the ethical fair chase hunting methods used to manage a game species with the legal high-volume trapping methods needed to control an agricultural pest. So, to answer your question, the most effective way to control feral pigs is a whole sounder trapping approach, targeting all age classes at the same time, especially pregnant sows and piglets. This is quickly followed by thermal shooting operations at night to remove any adaptive survivors. The definition of success in North America should be total population elimination. There's no room for feral pigs on the landscape if you care about sustaining native species populations. ADC Tex asks, on your feeder legs, why even bother with wire when you could use a simple U-shaped clamp to secure each leg to a T-post? Well, in business, complexity and cost are the enemy of execution. The simple answer is our wire solution is only 2% of the U-bolt cost, requiring fewer tools and less time to accomplish the same task as standard. But here's a detailed answer. A 5/16 by 3.5 inch zinc-plated U-bolt costs $3.48 at Lowe's. A roll of 12.5 gauge double-stranded barbless wire is 1,320 feet long and costs $109 at Tractor Supply. So let's perform some wire math. 1,320 feet is 15,840 inches. It takes 10 inches of wire to secure each feeder leg to a T-post. 15,840 inches divided by 10 inches equals 1,584 feeder leg uses per roll of wire. So now let's look at cost. $109 divided by 1,584 uses comes out to about 7 cents of wire per feeder leg versus $3.48 per U-bolt. In comparison, 1,584 U-bolts times $3.48 would cost us $5,512.32 versus $109 for a roll of wire. Each employee carries pre-cut 10-inch wires inside a PVC pipe and pliers on their truck. A U-bolt requires both a socket and ratchet to tighten, provided the nuts can be located after vibrating off the U-bolt during travel. Also, the U-bolt's center plate, being secured to the T-post by the two nuts, becomes bent during use, making it difficult to remove and reuse. For these reasons, galvanized 12-gauge double-stranded barbless wire is an easier and less expensive solution. Dawn F3739 asks, I've been watching all of your videos of trapping hogs in the southern states. Now I'm seeing they're a problem up north. I live in Indiana. Do you know if these pests will be moving into the Midwestern states? Well, the quick answer is yes, but understand feral pigs are not naturally migrating up the Mississippi River bottoms into Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. They're being transported from southern states at 75 miles per hour in the back of a truck or trailer. The illegal transportation and release of feral pigs into northern states for recreational and paid hunting purposes is a main reason for the population explosion. This USDA diagram shows translocations between states. The size of each state's circle represents the relative number of pigs transported out of each state, with Texas and Florida being the largest offenders. In my opinion, all Midwestern and northern states should pass legislation to make hog hunting illegal. This eliminates the financial incentive and main purpose for introducing new feral swine populations. Legislation must also be passed and enforced in every state to stop intrastate and interstate transportation of live feral pigs, with heavy fines to the criminals transporting or releasing them. Another threat is the transmission of African swine fever, pseudorabies, and swine brucellosis to domestic hogs. This could cost the United States billions in commercial pork exports. Thank you for a great question, and please encourage your Farm Bureau and state politicians to get on the right side of this issue now.